Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for episode 4 of season 2 of The Flash, The Fury of Firestorm. So yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those who have yet to actually watch this episode and haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the episode and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. Then I will give you a fair warning because as usual I did. So yeah, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So basically, in this episode, we focus more on Martin Stien and the Firestorm Matrix, and basically how the Firestorm Matrix is starting to take its toll on him since he doesn't have Ronnie Raymond anymore to merge with, so to speak, and stabilize his power. Since he no longer has that, they now need to find people who were affected during the nuclear particle accelerator explosion, and people who were affected who also seem to carry the Firestorm Matrix within them. So yeah, they find these two guys. One is a scientist, Henry Hewitt. He's a scientist. I want to say he's a doctorated. Is that a correct word? Doctorated. He's not a renowned scientist. He's pretty popular in the science world, in the small science society that the city has there. He's well known, but but yeah, that came out wrong. I forgot, where the hell was I going with that? Okay, but the first guy, Henry Hewitt, he's a scientist. He wants to try to better the world, but he does have his issues, which we find out later on in the episode. And basically, when he doesn't get his way, when he isn't able to merge with Martin Stien, he basically resorts to this childish behaviors, like, you shouldn't have gotten me all excited, and he's a real condescending asshole. Let's go with that. And yeah, but somehow in that, he's still it's able with despite the merging having failed, that somehow activated his powers. Then come in candidate number 2, Jefferson Jackson, who is the new Firestorm, or new part of the Firestorm. He was this high school football player, and his one shot to get into college was a scholarship playing football. The particle accelerator happened. It damaged his legs, and he can't go to college. So he's a mechanic, and they pick him up. At first, he's kind of hesitant. He doesn't really want to be the hero because he's scared and he doesn't really believe it, despite the metahuman crap that's just been going around them this whole time. And eventually, he does accept the fact that he is a Firestorm, and he will do this to save the city. So at the end, we have the Flash and Firestorm versus the Henry Hewitt's character, and yeah, pretty interesting. Martin Stien. It's interesting because we've never really had an episode focused on Martin Stien and the Firestorm Matrix. I mean, we've had parts of episodes that focus on it, but we've never really had a full-on episode where it just focuses on it. And I thought that was pretty interesting, and I really actually did like it. It developed the character of Martin Stien a bit more. I mean, he's always been likable, in my opinion. He's always been kind of likable, as a whole. Yeah, he's always been likable, but aside from the fact that he had a wife and Firestorm, you never really learned that much about him. He's a scientist, and sure, and I think that's where this. I mean, at the same time, I like the fact that the episode focuses on him, but at the same time, it kind of fails in developing the Martin Stien character. It just shows he's still smart, and now he's just having health problems due to the Firestorm Matrix. So I do think they kind of missed out on an opportunity and developed him a bit more. They did develop him. I just felt it was like the same repetitive development. The new character, Jefferson Jackson, pretty interesting. That was good. That was interesting. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Jefferson Jackson was interesting. I mean, he's only in this one episode for now, so yeah. I mean, there's really nothing. I mean, I don't know. The Jefferson Jackson character, he was okay, pretty good. I mean, a decent backstory. I mean, you can empathize with him, and then you have some of the stuff going on. I think in this episode, you still have the stuff going on with. Yeah, you still. Then you still have the stuff going on with Iris and her mom. She basically tells her mom off, which I thought was pretty funny and good. Um, it's funny because she says that she was gonna give her mother a chance at first, Francine. She was gonna give her a chance, but she's a reporter. She's gonna do research on her, and she has her dad as a father. She can basically do anything. Well, she could basically get a background check on anybody, and she finds out that she does have a half brother. Enter in Wally West. So yeah, now they're not calling him Wally West yet. The character is confirmed to. I think he already came. Again, I'm episodes behind. I'm pretty sure the character of Wally West already came by this point. But yeah, but I did like the interaction between Francine and Iris. How it stated that. Actually, come to think of it, I think that was the last episode, but I'm still gonna mention it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it makes sense for it to be in the last episode. But I'm still gonna mention it because fuck it, I actually really like the interaction. Um, how it will break Iris's dad, Joe, if he found out he had a son and he never raised it. So yeah, and I think I do actually come to think of it, that was the last episode, but a bit of that still carries into this episode. Um, the interaction between Iris and Joe, the few of them that we have in this episode, they still hinges on Francine, which is interesting. Yeah, come to think of it, I think that was last episode, but there is still some of that. I wouldn't say it's stigma because it's not a bad thing; it's actually a good thing. But there still is some of that feeling left behind from the previous episode, so I did like it. Overall, though, it's actually a pretty good episode. It's good. I don't know. It's one of those episodes where I enjoyed at first, but then actually talking about it, it just feels kind of run of the mill. It just feels a bit filler. The guy who played Jefferson Jackson, he was an okay actor, to be honest. I do think he could have been a bit better. Facial expression, he had okay line delivery. He had pretty good. I think it could have been I don't know. Maybe someone else could have been. I don't know. I mean, right now, since he is a one-off character, I feel like anybody could have played him. I don't really feel like he owns the role yet, especially if he only appeared in one episode. But we'll see in the future, in the foreseeable future. And yeah, and then but I mean the ending is great. King Shark, right? It's that Killer Shark, whatever the fuck it's called. King Shark he is from Earth 2. He comes and searches for the Flash. And they kind of tease this out throughout the episode. And he basically comes for the Flash, and then I don't know if they killed King Shark or what the hell they did. It'd be really stupid if they killed off King Shark, to be honest. I think they just kind of froze him. But what's his face? Dr. Wells basically freezes King Shark, and you're probably gonna ask, how the fuck did Dr. Wells do that? How did he accomplish that? Is it Dr. Wells from Earth 2? He gets the freeze. He manages to find a freeze ray gun in the Mercury labs, freezes King Shark, and then you just have this shock face. Barry Allen sees Wells, and he's like, and Wells just Wells like the Tom K. Vaughn. He just has this evil looking. He has this like evil, malicious looking face. I'm pretty sure he's a great guy, but he's really good at doing these malicious faces. So yeah, and the ending I actually really liked too. And to be honest, I feel like the special effects they did for King Shark were better than they did for Gorilla Grodd. Then again, King Shark here appeared for about 30 seconds, if even, while Gorilla Grodd was given an entire episode. So yeah, and honestly, the effects for the Gorilla Grodd episode in last season, I didn't think they were that good, to be honest. I feel like that's gonna be the major problem for the show in general when they're trying to bring in people like Gorilla Grodd or King Shark or some crap like this. The special effects are just gonna suck. Overall, pretty good episode. I don't know. I feel like just talking. Sometimes that happens, right? I just talk about an episode or a movie or a comic or something, either enjoy it more or enjoy it less. I don't know. I feel like talking about it right now. It's not that good. It's still a good episode. Don't get me wrong. It's just not as good as when I first saw it. I'm still gonna give it a good score on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Definitely do check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the episode. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts? Comment on that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.